Support WrestleTalk!
Download the podcast. We still don't know who's facing Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns and Cesaro have a great match, and Finn Balor had a competitive bout against Curtis Axel. I am Luke Owen, filling in for a sick Ollie Davis, and this is the 11th of December edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Samoa Joe opened up this week's edition of Monday Night Raw, which kicks off WWE Week on the USA Network. I'm not sure what that really means, but Michael Cole made sure to mention it 100 times an hour. Joe said he really wasn't impressed by the Shield and called out Roman Reigns to face him in the ring. After what seemed like forever, Reigns came down and the two brawled. This was a great use of Reigns, as he didn't cut a promo. He just acted like a badass and got into a fight. Sheamus, Cesaro, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose joined the scuffle, with the heels laying out all three members of the Shield. Sasha Banks was part of history last week, taking part in the first ever Women's Championship match in the Middle East. WWE celebrated this by having her at ringside for Absolution, taking on Bayley and Mickie James. This was a fairly pedestrian match, with Mandy Rose getting the pin on James following a Paige cheap shot. Bray Wyatt and WOKEN Matt Hardy continued their weird Skype call from last week, talking nonsense in a battle of transitions. I really hope they think of something different for next week. Finn Balor continued his new gimmick of having competitive matches with comedy jobbers by beating Curtis Axel. Axel and Bo mocked Balor's entrance and then jumped him before the bell, but Balor battled back against the jobber team and won with the coup de grace. This was not good. I groaned when I saw Seth Rollins was taking on Sheamus, as I feel I've seen this match or a variation on this match 1,000 times since SummerSlam. It was a solid match, but we've seen it all before. Rollins won with his finisher that still doesn't have a name. With Rich Swann otherwise engaged, Cedric Alexander won a decent second chance four-way against Daivari, Tony Neese, and Mustafa Ali. If you want a perfect summation of the cruiserweight division as we close out 2017, just look at Ali doing a 450 from the top rope to the floor to zero crowd reaction. Drew Gulak was the highlight on commentary, and he and Enzo continued their dissension throughout the show. Enzo was also great in building up the romantic tension between himself and Nia Jax backstage. Poor old Ollie just never saw it coming. Finn's new gimmick might be a punishment for his overt tweets, but Roman Reigns' new gimmick of having the best match on TV every week is actually getting him over. This was a terrific match, with Cesaro calculatingly working over Roman's right arm. The big dog made a tremendous comeback and won with the spear. This was a great showing from both men. Further proof that Reigns is a great wrestler and that WWE should be pushing Cesaro to the moon. Why not put him in the Universal Championship match at Royal Rumble? Asuka was supposed to have a match with Alicia, but Absolution came out to have a chat instead, revealing they laid out Foxy backstage. Paige told Asuka she should get out of their way, but Asuka fought off all three women, looking awesome in the process. But when the numbers game became too much, the rest of the Raw women's locker room, oddly including Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, ran down to beat up their heels. The segment, designed to make Asuka look strong, ended with Nia Jax's music playing. You were so close to getting that right, WWE. So close! Jason Jordan had a meeting with Kurt Angle backstage, where Angle continued his petulant teenager gimmick and demanded a match with Samoa Joe. While Kurt wouldn't sanction the match, Jordan watched Joe take on Dean Ambrose from the entrance ramp. This was another solid TV match, which saw Jordan get involved twice, causing the ref to miss Ambrose getting the pin on Joe before getting caught in the Coquina clutch where he passed out. I'm really enjoying this three-way feud between Joe, Jordan, and Reigns. Joe and Roman are ultra badasses looking to fight, while Jordan is scrappy dude trying to get involved. In a surprising move, Dana Brooke is now a part of Titus Worldwide, doing stats and research. I remember when she was going to face Charlotte at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship. Gil Anderson tried to call them nerds, but they were all scared off by Braun Strowman, who had a brief match with Kane. The winner of this match was going to face Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble, but it ended in a double countout when Strowman speared Kane through the barricade. The two then brawled around ringside using chairs and stairs, here's hoping we see another stairs match down the line, and ended when Braun power slammed Kane through a table. So that was this week's Raw in about 4 minutes. Here's the usual ratings recap from top to bottom in order: core, average, poor, and bore. I'll reveal my thoughts in a moment, but first vote in the poll above my head to let me know what you thought. I'll announce the result in tomorrow's news. Given that this was WWE Week on the USA Network, you'd think this week's Raw would be awesome. And they certainly tried. Dean Ambrose versus Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins versus Sheamus, Roman Reigns versus Cesaro, and Braun Strowman versus Kane are all big matches. But something in the show felt lacking. Reigns and Cesaro was great, but I can't say the same for the rest of the matches. And can we stop putting Balor in competitive matches with jobbers? This week's Raw is outrage. Find out why Rich Swann wasn't on this week's Monday Night Raw. And what's the latest on the Neville situation in WWE? Click the videos to the left to find out more, press subscribe, and support WrestleTalk on Patreon. I have been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.